threefold pleasure or joy, in which one rejoices by practice and surely comes to the end of pain. How is that Sattvic joy? It is like poison first, but in the end, like nectar. If you ever try to change a habit, it is like poison. It's so hard, very hard to do, and it feels like poison. Oh my God, this is too hard. It's very painful. It's like poison. But once you get through that phase of hard work, no gain without pain. Go through the painful process. It is like poison. But what comes out of it is really nectar. Remember the churning of the ocean, something to do with that as well. Born of the purity of one's own mind. It's not a joy which is coming from the object or the person or the thing, but it spontaneously arises in the sattvicness of the mind. Shanti and santosh, remember, and samadhan. When they begin to get established in the pure mind, the effect is joy. Contentment, like Bhagwan says in chapter number 2, peace and contentment lead to enormous joy. And if it is already established in the Sattvic mind, guaranteed this kind of joy arising from the purity of the mind, it will come. And due to self-realization, of course, realization that I am that infinite self will also bring that joy. And ultimately, of course, it is ananda, ananda of the absolute truth and existence and bliss. This is coming through realization of the true self. Whereas the Rajasic is like nectar first. It's so sweet, but it ends up like poison. And we have seen this many times in our lives that, something starts off being very sweet and then it becomes like poison. And, like things, we may enjoy them, but then we begin to have, negative thoughts about things and people, etc. And this is Rajasic, arises from contact of the sense organs with the objects. And this is the contact which is due to what? It is my vasanas pushing through my mind and intellect as desires and pushing me towards the object and contact through the sense organs. And that becomes like my object of my joy. Looks pleasurable to start with, then it becomes like poison. And the missing element there, of course, is the purity of the mind, because it's a Rajasic mind, predominantly Rajasic. And Tamasic joy at first and later on also dilutes the self. Again, ignorance, as if the mind has gone to sleep. And in sleep and delusion, indolence and heedlessness, the Tamasic person will get his or her joy. So we can see, again, lesson for us is what? I am feeling happy now. The question to ask ourselves, what kind of joy is it? Where has it come from? Is it through my attachment to the object of my senses? Is it I'm feeling indolence? I want to, go to sleep and I get joy out of just sleeping, even throughout the day. Find out where your happiness is coming from, where your joy is coming from, and whether it is Sattvic, Rajasic, or Tamasic. Important to very much to understand.